Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tres Jolie channel, or my channel. I am here with the February mixed media kit from Tres Jolie Kits. It has this burlap and like dried vine and a wire frame heart. It's really kind of cool. I have some ideas already going. And these little dried vines hearts here, which I'm going to save for another project. Oh, this is from Darice, whatever. And there's one of these cool Prima shutters, and that's going to be in a different project. And these chipboard hearts from Creative Embellishments, which they're layered. As you can see, it'd be layered like so if you want. And those are going to be in a different project. And then these flowers, which are really kind of cool too, and they're Darice. And I'm going to use them, pretty sure I'm going to use them with this heart. Pretty sure. I'm thinking that I'm going to. And then for the media products, there are these 2 jars of Prima paints. The Sparks, there's Enchanted, which, I had little samples, colors that I put on the lids for myself. Enchanted. And Phoenix Feather. That's cool too, right there, see? And this metallic wax, but I'm keeping this one sealed because I had bought one, like, I think it's one of the first waxes I bought. It's still the same, vintage gold, but I still have old label one. Apparently they switched the labels, but it's still the metallic. There we go. So I'm going to keep this one packaged up. Use the one I already have open. But you'll love it. You get this kit. These waxes are addictive. And I'm so excited because there's going to be new ones coming out. It's the beginning of the year. The most exciting time for crafters when all the new products get shown. Anyhow, back to this though. I have been just like thinking, and I couldn't figure out where I was gonna go. And then it came to me this morning. Maybe it was lack of sleep. I've been awake a really long time. Apparently that's all I needed. So I'm gonna put my media products here, and I'm gonna put this here. And I'm seriously considering, oh yeah, I know what. I remember now what I planned on doing here. Make sure all these are tucked in. Right. Anyhow. I don't know how they did that. Get the vine dried up. Anyhow. Okay. Back to this. Now I'm thinking. Because these are going to involve some parts from my stash. And some of that is going to be this 13 Arts Rust Effect powder, which is amazing. Rusty bronze. And I actually got that just this past September in the mixed media kit. And I used this a lot that month. And I only used about 1/4 of the bottle. So I am so excited about this. And then I have some chain, which I'm thinking is probably going to be this one. Is going to be on there. And I have these, I have these resin keys that I make them when I have extra resin or just feel like I need to restock my resin key supply. So I've had them made up for a while. They're the Prima keys mold, this one. So they might make it on there. And this right here, these are little luggage locks that, as you can see, I got on clearance from Walmart for $1. I love going down the clearance aisle. Sometimes you find some really handy things. And so I'm thinking one of these locks might make it on there also. With the flowers and all those other things. But first, I'm going to move these out of the way. My first, oh yeah, that's first. My first my first set of layering is going to be colors. Colors are great. I love colors. And I have to figure out which one. Gosh. It's going to be in layers, and I got to figure out which one I want right under the... Let me see here. Wow. I tell ya, I don't know how well you can really tell from but the paints bring out the colors of these flowers very, very nicely. And it depends on what paint it's next to. Like the Enchanted brings out the pinker, and the Phoenix Feather. Yeah, Phoenix Feather brings out the orange. So, not that that's going to complicate matters for me. Anyhow, I guess I'll just start with one and go from there. Okay. Whew, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour. I might be. Let me get some brushes ready. And it's going to be poofy, soft brushes. See? Not stiff ones. That's my Lucy. I moved my rolling cart, and I think it woke her up and scared her. She's very confused right now. Maybe one like this. She might come back here, investigate the sounds now. It's just me and her home right now, so haha, maybe one of those. Okay, we'll start with, I'll just leave these here. Hopefully I don't make too big of a mess everywhere. We can hope. So I'm going to start with the Enchanted. And I'm not painting everywhere. I have, I should do that. I have more of an idea of the paint sort of just being background-ish behind the flower cluster that I have planned. Once I figure out where that'll be, sort of like here. So I think my main part of my painting is going to be out here, and then it'll kind of go this way. But it's not going to cover everything either. Okay. I'm gonna try to dry this a little bit, because the next stage takes like 24 hours by itself. I'm gonna let this dry just a little bit on its own, because what I'm going to do to it next, I don't want the paint running. So I'm going to let this I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll be back. Prima paint generally dries rather quickly, so hopefully it won't be too long before I'm back. And then I'll go on to the next part of my plan. I let this dry longer than I planned, but it's dry. And well, this will obviously be the back side. I'm thinking it would do nicely hanging up, leaning against something. Anyhow, my next plan, I'm going to call it a plan, is going to be using some of this Rust Effect powder. Now the thing about the Rust Effect powder is it's activated. They have 13 Arts makes its own reagent for activation, but if you run out like I did, vinegar works fine. Mine is apple cider vinegar. It's what I had. It works. So basically, the moral of this whole story is, I'm guessing something acidic to activate it. So. Well, my heart, my rusty heart is drying. I am going to put some gesso on these keys and on one of these locks, probably the little key, maybe the little key that goes with it. Now that the Rust Effect powder and the vinegar have had time to dry, and these aren't on here, I was just seeing how I could arrange them. And now I kind of got to put them off to the side, how I just set them down there. But I'm just going to use this, keep using this towel, might as well. I got it nice and dirty. I want to add more paint because this is darker than I had planned. It was kind of hard to see exactly what I was doing, so I'm just going to add some more paint. And I think I will also, I'll use my little splatter brush here. It's Steampunk Copper, and it actually just came in last month's mixed media kit. So I'm going to use it as a base on these keys. These shouldn't take too long to dry. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to use this Rust Effect powder again on the keys. Okay. First, my lock, which I am not doing the rest on. I will be using the Vintage Gold Wax. And there I have my little golden lock. I'm going to set it off to the side now. And then I'm going to wash up. And then I think I'm going to start work with the heart and the flowers. Back to my heart, which the reason I'm starting now with it is because there may be too many things to try to put on all at once. And one of those first things is some chain. gonna have to start with the flowers. I need them in place. And I'm just gonna use some heavy gel. This one's almost empty, so I'll just use it up. I'm back. My flowers have had, I could pick them up and move them. But I'm really kind of wanting to finish this. And so I did this because, well, there's really no point in trying to explain why I did it. It's relatively self-explanatory. I just took links of chain and undid almost there. Okay, undid the links and then wrapped it and squished the link back together on the wire frame, and I did that on both sides. I have 3 on each side. These are shorter, these are longer. And now I don't know if I'm going to even be able to use any of my keys. It seems like a bit much right now, and in doing this I've sort of come to a different idea. And I have these like jump rings here, and I'm going to string each side onto, I'm going to put each side on its own jump ring. There we go. And because for my next trick I'm going to use my little lock. Okay, I think I'm going to, well, I'm going to definitely put some gel. I'm going to definitely put some gel with my, on the underside here, just because, well, it doesn't necessarily need to hold all that weight. And once the flowers dry in place, they'll be very sturdy and solid. They will, actually they will. Okay, first my broken key, because it gets to tuck under the most. And this is what I have so far. I will be back tomorrow, definitely tomorrow, because it will take that long. I need my gel to dry. I have tightened up these chains as much as I can for their position, so they're staying. But I was looking at this and I kept thinking something's kind of missing, and I found my package of Creative Embellishments wings, and I decided these little ones right here I could slide in up here rather nicely. And I think, at least I think, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put some color on them first. Well, I'm going to put some gesso on them first. Now to figure out my color scheme. I think I'm going to be mixing up the 2 paint colors on here, or that came from the kit. I'll see what I can come up with, kind of on the fly here. They're nice and shiny. But let's see how they work. On here real quick. Okay. Now, I know it's dry, but I haven't cleaned it up yet. So, I just kind of want to get this completed. These need some heavy gel. I'm going to use my splatter brush and add some splatters on here. My recap here at the end. From this month's mixed media kit, there was the heart, which is the main project, the one to get you going. The flowers. Both paints here that I just splattered, these two paints. And even though I used the one from my stash, you have a nice little tin here of some vintage gold metallic wax. All of that from the kit. And then from my stash, I just added some 13 Arts rust powder, which was from a previous kit. And these resin keys from a Primo mold from my stash. The chain from my stash, this little lock from my stash, and these wings from my stash. Plus, you know, the glues that I used. So, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it gave you some ideas of what you can do with items from this month's kit. And stay tuned to the Tres Jolie channel. You can subscribe, I think is about right there, and turn on notifications so you can stay up with my projects and the projects from the other designers using the scrapbook kit, the mixed media kit, or the cards, tags, and more kit. And thank you for joining us here at Tres Jolie.